But what exactly is happening over here? We thought we'll bring to you somebody who understands Delhi security, also understands Delhi politics a little bit. Joining us next is Kiran Bedi. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us here on 5 Live at India Today. My first question really, when you hear about repeated instances like these, first Arvind Kejriwal, now Rekha Gupta, what is the first reaction that comes to your mind as somebody who's been at the helm of both?
It's very important to understand, for me to comment, how was she meeting? Was she meeting close by? Could they be really like elbow to elbow, or close by, or what I mean? So I think that it's dependent on that. If she does not have a buffer, if she doesn't have a buffer, then I think that's what I think needs to be brought in as a system for prevention, because a buffer is important. Do you remember social distancing time during
Yes.
COVID? When
Yes.
COVID, and then we even had a mask.
Yeah.
Social distancing is important. How many feet? How many feet even? If you see, I have in my social media handles posted a table, a long standing table, which provided a buffer
We have
for
those
me
pictures. I'll
in my
request the
Pondicherry
producers to put them up
duties
as well. Yeah.
with the petitioner, and I was meeting petitioners every day at Raj Nivas. I had kept a buffer, a standing table by which I could receive the paper on the table, and then I could address it, and the petitioner could not cross over or get close to me.
Correct.
And on my right and the left, I had security. Now, I do not know whether our chief minister had something like this.
They actually did not, ma'am. This Jansanwai happens in a very different way. It's an open court of sorts. The doors of the chief minister's bungalow and residence are opened up for people to come. There's generally a queue. They form a circle around the chief minister. And that's been the case in both the terms, both in the case of Arvind Kejriwal and Rekha Gupta as well. But let's move on from this to understand. Then, are you saying that Jansanwais are really important, but there has to be a right way to conduct it, and perhaps then a lot of onus lies with the organizers as well on why so much of proximity was even allowed in the first place?
You can have a table and you can have a buffer, and it does not distance yourself from the people. On the contrary, it gives that person also a platform to maybe keep his little to leave his table paper, rather than giving it by hand. He puts it on the table, and then the honorable chief minister could see, or the whole person who's listening see, examine, and even write and see what can be done on this petition. So this is what we used to do. I used to write my direction on that petition, because I had the table, and then give it to my grievance officer who was standing next door to me to now take it for further follow-up. And I had security. I had the ADC on my left. I had my personal security secretary on the right. So it worked. I dealt it for 5 long years.
Yeah.
Thousands of petitioners, and every petitioner was logged and then searched. And they used to also check out if anybody's smelling of alcohol. And those who were smelling of alcohol were made to sit outside in the lounge, and then and somebody else dealt with them. So we did not have such. So there was a screening, and there was a buffer, and there was a table where you could even write.
Interesting. So, ma'am, you're basically saying there is a way of doing it correctly. There is a possible format in which people can be heard and security will not be breached. So, you're saying there's nothing wrong in the format, but you've got to be careful of how you conduct it.
No, it's not a bad format. Mine was an evolved format. It was customized. It was needed, because I needed to stand when you're so many people, and if you start sitting down, then everybody starts, or others stand, is bad manners. So you stand and you have a table, and it's like a working table, but it's also a little buffer. It gives you the space. I think it's about a format.
Yeah.
But Jansanwai is absolutely essential.
Yeah.
Absolute, because this is the only way of a direct feedback from the common man.
So, ma'am, as somebody who has been at the helm of affairs in Delhi Police, what are your suggestions to the Delhi Police CP perhaps watching you today on what should they be doing, or perhaps the CM security people as well?
I would not comment on this, because that will be dependent on the report of the interrogation.
Yes.
I think what kind of interrogation happens and what to do, that
Okay.
will be revealed from there. What was his intention? Why was, if he was hanging around, did he change his mind? Was he asked by somebody? That will be known only by his interrogation.
Ma'am, can I move away from security and ask you this? In your experience of having dealt with multiple instances like these, I'm sure, why do you think people resort to violence? Why do you think people even get to this desperation of hitting someone or making a point about it, fully knowing that they will be caught?
I think it's a decline of respect for authority, respect for positions. It's a decline. It's an erosion of our culture, of our values, and also for respect for authority, and also regard for law. I think that's a big decline I have noticed over the period. And number two, desperation. Desperation to, or it could be even to attract attention and be the bad boy, but the name is known. See, sometimes want to be the bad guy, and he still gets to be known. Oh, you're the same. So I think the intention of this is will be known only by interrogation by the police, and I'm sure they will know. And also the cause. It will be important to analyze the cause, the intention, and if this person was done by himself or was he propelled by somebody or instigated by others. That interrogation will reveal. But such incidents can never be ruled out. You can only provide for them, provision for them, customize for them, care for them, and be alert for them. But these can never be ruled out. But only thing is that you have to go on doing it and take the risk. And so that's why public life is a risk, is a life of risk. But you can have systems in place. And all I'm suggesting is a system is a tried, tested system, and which worked wonderfully well. 5 years of grievance redressal I used to hold regularly. Not a single incident came, only because we had a system in place.
Wow, you're saying these instances like these can never be ruled out. There will always be a risk, and all one can do is actually ensure to try and mitigate them as much as possible. That's quite interesting, ma'am. But a lot of politicians after this, BJP, of course, has said there is a conspiracy. You rightly said the details when they come out of the police report, more shall be known then. But a lot of politicians even visited the chief minister in hospital. They are all quite shaken up. There might be other politicians who might say, hold on, I don't think this is the right way to go. Do you have a message for those politicians?
I said all politicians, all elected representatives, all members of parliament, MLAs, municipal corporators, even bureaucrats should do Jan Sunwai. Even they need to do a regular listening hour. And if everybody does a listening hour, there'll be not many people who will go to the CM because they'll first go to the person who has the solution. So I think if every elected representative and even appointed senior officers, secretaries of the government, and MLAs, elect panchayats, sarpanches, if they decide to hold an open hour, a Jan Sunwai, even twice a week, and with such a buffer, no problem, buffer, and recording of what kind of grievances is coming, and what happened is a follow-up. I think pressures on the chief minister as a last resort and as a first resort will go away.
Well, that's an interesting suggestion for everybody to open up their offices for Jan Sunwai, but that's what Kiran Bedi is here saying. But ma'am, before I let you go, a lot of questions are also being asked about the security breach here. Do you think heads should roll after repeated instances like these happen? Why haven't we been able to put an end to this? Why hasn't the police security been able to put an end to this?
I think it's learning by experience. But unfortunately, we don't pick up good practices around. You know, we talk about certain good practices, but we don't pick them up. And good practices are around. And it's like one of them I shared with you. Good practices are around. We need to adopt them. And it's a systems approach. And keep evolving and fine-tuning the system from learning from experiences. I think it's a question of respecting good practices, which are still around, which are visible and known, even written about, and visible. And thereafter, implement them, but keep learning, keep improving, keep thinking ahead. It's like constantly on duty, think ahead. What could you do better? It's thinking, when you deploy it, it's like thinking ahead. So think ahead, think around, so that you keep improving.
All right. So for all politicians, anybody in public office who's holding Johnson Why, there is a Kiran Bedi model of actually doing it. Do look at that. Do listen to what she's saying. There is a systematic way of actually making it happen. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us here on 5 Live and sharing all those insights.